Are you peeking around the sofa? A little bit. Are you running away from your brother? A little bit. Hello everyone and welcome to Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about something a little different. We're going to be talking about cat allergies, but not in the way you think. You probably think we're talking about humans allergic to cats. No, in actuality we're talking about cats allergic to stuff. Something. Possibly. We don't know. You might recall a few months ago I had talked a little bit about Sagan being a little sick on his stomach. He had issues, and I don't want to be too gross or graphic here, but he had some issues with his poop being a little soft, and the fact that when he would go to the bathroom, he'd end up pooping down his legs. And he's a very furry cat, a very fuzzy cat. It might, you can imagine what that would happen. He'd get stuck to him, and then he'd walk throughout the house, and then there were problems. So he ended up getting baths, and this was back in August. And we ended up giving him like 10 or 11 baths in August. And it was not a good situation. So we ended up taking him to the vet. And they weren't 100% sure what it was, why he was having this issue. We had kept them on the same food for up to that point. And they were on a grain-free food. And they said, well, maybe we should stop doing grain-free. So we went off of grain-free for a while. They had the vet had given him some stomach medicine to clear up his issues, which it did. And they ate on the non-grain-free food for a bit, and then they were like, yeah, we don't want to eat this anymore. And they just stopped eating it completely. And I was like, well, that's not good. So we ended up going back to the grain-free, which made sense to us because they had been on that for months and months and never had this issue. So we don't really know where it came from. So we started to buy the same brand that we had, but they made grain-free and non-grain-free. So we bought both, and then we would alternate. And that's kind of what we've been doing, and it's kind of been working, but he still poops himself every once in a while. It's essentially what he does. Sagan poops himself. So he still does it every once in a while, but lately it's been getting worse, and we're like, what the heck is going on? Like, what is the factor here that we're missing? And we are wondering if maybe he is actually allergic to something. Because this doesn't happen to Kep at all. Like, this is just not a situation Kepler ever has to deal with. So we're thinking that maybe Sagan is allergic to something in the food. So what we've decided to do is, instead of giving them so many different types of food, because that's really, they have a ton of selection. Like, they eat the same dry food, but their wet food is like, they have enough variety in wet food to eat a different food for like 10 days. Like, every day for 10 days is like a different food. It takes like 10 days or something to cycle back through. So that's how much different types of food they have, which is pretty amazing. We are limiting that down to like 2. In fact, it's one of the 2 that we started with, which is one is just chicken and one is chicken and duck. And we think that that's going to go over a little better. It seems like Sagan doesn't love fish. He's not a huge fish guy. Kepler loves fish. Kepler's like, yeah, fish. But they both love chicken. And we're going to put them strictly on this chicken and duck diet and see if that solves his problems. We're going to give it another week or 2. And if nothing is fixed, we're going to have to take Sagan back to the vet, because I don't really know what the issue is. And luckily it's not as bad as it was in August, because in August it was bad. But there's something wrong, there's something not right. And one of the things we'd read online was that pumpkin can help cats' digestive tracts, which is interesting, but as long as you give them a very small amount, it can actually assist. And we did that a few weeks back, and that seemed to help a lot too. But it's also hard to keep large amounts of pumpkin around, because you're giving them, like, you buy a can of pumpkin, and if you're giving a cat like a pea-size portion of pumpkin, like, the pumpkin's going to go bad way before you can give the cat the entire thing. So then we have to like freeze pumpkin. It turns into a big ordeal. We would rather just, the cat not poop himself. So that's where we're at. I'm sorry you pooped yourself, honey. I'm sorry. I wish you didn't. Well, come here. He says, no, I got lick myself. Kep's like, I'm here. We're proud of you, Kepler, for not pooping yourself. You're a good cats. Anyway, kind of a weird update, I know, but I just figured I would talk about that. Tonight I actually finished editing the half-year video, and it was interesting to look back over everything, and I was kind of reminiscing about stuff that that wasn't in that video. I was like, what else happened this year? And then I thought about that, especially for the fact that it's been happening again recently. Oh, hopefully we'll get it fixed. Hopefully. If not for his sake, for the sake of me having to give a cat who has claws a bath every week, because that's too much. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? Excuse me, my good man. I couldn't help but notice that you seem to be bentoing like a boss right now. Why, thank you. I am. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Monday. Yesterday, we talked a little bit about the bento stuff, the little lunches that Mal was going to make. I've got mine right in front of me right now. Isn't this cool? Come on, buddy. Oh, come on. Guys, I'm trying to fish here. All right, where'd it go?